Hey guys, this is Ambiguous Chocolate, and this is Athens. I just played Beat Saber, and in Beat Saber I played a track by C418, and that's what inspired me to do a live stream now. I'm not really that sure whether I'm going to produce any more well-organized episodes in the future. I might not actually do that. We'll see. It might just be that all my episodes are now live streams. But it doesn't really matter since I don't really do any editing at this moment. And yeah, so let's get started then. So this is Athens, and let's hope that the world will load soon-ish. Okay, so last time we ended an episode, we were about to finish this this building, the storage building. I even looked up how to say storage building properly in English, but I forgot how to do that, and so I'm just going to call it storage building for the rest of live stream now. This is if I don't suddenly decide to look it up again. Right. So I remember not being very happy about this entrance here that I believe leads to the south. No, it's actually the north. I always have these weird misconceptions about where north and south and all the other cardinal directions are, especially in Minecraft. In the real world I have some fixed points, you know. I mean, I could just look at the sun as I do in real life here in Minecraft, but I never do. And I always get confused about cardinal directions in Minecraft. I mean, it doesn't really matter. But it's just a bit funny, I thought. Okay. I mean, let's go to bed as soon as night starts. Let me just pause this game for a second. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, now it's night. Now we can sleep. Okay, having awakened from our time at bed, we may now... Oh! I just thought about maybe constructing an automatic composter, but it seems like we already did that. Which I didn't really know. But I appreciate my previous work that I wasn't aware of anymore. Thing is, we wanna move this entrance by a few blocks. But by how many blocks do we actually want to move it? I thought about this last episode. I didn't really come to a conclusion back then. It would sound nice if I told you that I came to a conclusion in the meantime, but to be quite frank about it, I didn't really consider this issue at all. And so it's on us to think about it again. Thing is, if we move it just one block, this this window is going to get 3 blocks wide. But if we only, but if we move it 2 blocks, it's going to be 3 blocks wide, which is a nice number because then you have got a middle. I mean, it's the same thing as in this this corridor. If this corridor were just 2 blocks in diameter, there would be no central block in which to put, for example, a door in this case. And that's the reason why I don't really want to move it just 1 block out. And instead maybe 2 blocks. But that might be a bit too much. You know, we're just going to do nothing here. Let's just postpone this issue one more time, hopefully, and that'll be it. Okay, so what we're going to do instead, I figured, is constructing a nice ceiling here, so that we can have like a second story above this story where we're going to put our chests and so on. Yeah, we'll have to move this ladder, which is not that big of a problem. We'll just do it. Oh, I misplaced this this lock. So it turns out we didn't actually have to move the ladder, but now we're going to do it anyway, cause of this guy. Okay, let's continue then. Yeah, we'll have to build a few more columns, a few more wooden columns to support our imaginary structure here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I just wrote a few quick Discord messages to get one guy informed about the stream, so that I'm not the only person watching. Okay. I was thinking about maybe dividing my episodes that I might not actually produce any more of in another fashion, meaning that I might distinguish between episodes where I actually do something, like today's episode maybe, because I'm constructing something right now, and episodes where I'm just farming resources in order to allow more meaningful episodes to even be produced. If anyone's watching, let me know what you think about that. To me, this seems more interesting. You know, the thing is, I want everything happening in this Minecraft world to be recorded in some form or another. But the problem is, most things happening here are super boring, and even the more meaningful episodes, in terms of modern YouTube entertainment standards, are super boring. I'm not going to lie about that. You know, it's just Minecraft Let's Play, and I'm 10 years late to that party. And I'm not even a particularly entertaining person as a Let's Player, I guess. Thing is just, I don't speak good English. I'm just a German guy wanting to do something in English to improve his English, and I'm neither good at Minecraft nor am I good at English. You know, nor am I a very social guy, or a very sympathetic guy, very likable, very very you know, relatable. I'm just very boring to look at. I'm not going to lie about that. No, and by dividing these two different kinds of episodes, where I do something more meaningful, like, for example, constructing this warehouse. Oh, warehouse was the word. Now I remembered it. Like constructing this warehouse. And on the other side, having episodes where I just farm resources. It might be a bit more interesting for the viewer. A bit. Yeah, so if anyone's watching, please let me know in the comments. You know, yeah, probably there's nobody watching right now. There's only one viewer, and I know that I myself am one of these viewers, or rather this one viewer, so I know that there's nobody watching right now. Which is okay. Though, to be fair, it's a bit sad. But, I mean, I shouldn't be expecting more. I'm just a bit arrogant, maybe. A bit delusional. Yeah. So without continuing to talk about that, let's have a look at our wheat farm. And collect a bit of food. Didn't I remember maybe having built another field somewhere back there. Yeah, I actually did. I wasn't that sure about actually having done that. It seems like I actually did. Yeah, and they're also ready right now, which is good. Do I have a hoe on me? No, I don't have a hoe right now, which is okay. I mean, we won't need that much beetroot. I don't even really remember why we started agriculture on beetroots. I forgot. And you know what I just remembered? What I just realized, rather. Huh? Oh, I just got a message in stream. What is sure? Or maybe not sure. Mr. Heartless. Was he maybe talking about... I mean, like, on my display, I only see one view, and I know that I am one of those viewers. So, I might actually have a second view that's not being displayed. So is he maybe questioning that? I don't know. I want to have a more sophisticated question, if that's okay. That you are the only one watching and I told you second monitor. Yeah, so it seems like I'm not the only one watching. Although I'm just being displayed one viewer. Let me just have a look. So in my YouTube studio, it tells me that I only have one viewer, and as this lovely guy in chat just pointed out, I only have one monitor. So you might be asking yourself, how does this guy watch his own stream without a second monitor? Good question, simple answer. I'm watching it on a different account on my tablet, and that way I can see what's happening in chat, but I would have thought that my alternate account would be displayed as a separate viewer, but that does not seem to be the case. I don't really know right now, I'm clueless. How are we going to pull this one off? I can do it like that. No, that's not going to be... Oh no, it's actually quite okay. Yeah, let's do it that way. I'm just going to leave this space open as of now. Yeah, that might actually be possible. It might be an IP thing. You know, yeah? I don't actually know how YouTube measures concurrent viewers. It might just be that different accounts from the same IP address, from the same household, are being counted as one. Good idea. Might actually be true. Okay, so I'm just going to clear out this path. I don't really like having to walk over flat grass when I'm exiting my building via there and going back to my main entrance. So let's just do that. Oh. I didn't intend to do that. Just never happened. Didn't see that, and so it didn't happen. Can you play what? Mr. I make stuff. I don't really understand your question. Please be a bit more precise. That's an option for you. Sorry, I'm a bit rude. I mean, I'm German. We Germans are infamous for being rude, so don't mind my rudeness, but I don't really understand what you're talking about. Okay, so what are we going to do now? I didn't really formulate a plan at all before starting this live stream on what to do. I have a few vague ideas on what has to be done in the long run in this Minecraft world. I know that we'll have to craft an enchantment table at one point, which is why I set up a cattle farm there. Oh yeah, Atlas, you're right. But sometimes directness is misinterpreted, or maybe just falsely interpreted as rudeness by people not German. Yeah, and it seems like I make stuff just left the stream again, because we just had 2 viewers for a short period of time while I make stuff watched, but now we've won again, so sorry, I make stuff, for not having answered maybe quickly enough, or how you wanted me to answer. If you meant, can I play on this world with you, I'd have said no, because that's a single player word. I don't intend to make this a multiplayer world or let's play. I can see that a multiplayer let's play might be a bit more interesting, because there's not just one guy doing stuff, messing around. But I don't trust foreigners. I don't trust people I don't know. And well, the fact that you just left the stream again shows that it was not that big of a deal to you. So yeah. Yeah, so what are we going to do now? We might actually move all the stuff that's floating around in these chests up to a new main storage area. Let's start by moving the valuables. Where can we store valuables? Yeah, let's just have this chest as our chest for valuables. Yeah, and let's have this chest as our chest for everything related to wood. Okay, that's wood again. Yeah, and then we'll have a dirt and gravel chest. Yeah. So that'll be our wood and gravel and also sand chest. Okay, and let's just go to sleep. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll have a stone chest. I believe it's a good idea to distinguish between raw stone and more sophisticated kinds of stone. Yeah, we should probably have a deep slate chest and a cobblestone chest and a chest for more sophisticated stones. Maybe-ish. I mean, yeah, we should... Sorry for me not having any coherent style of speech right now. I'm just thinking way too much. Yeah, thank you, Heartless. Do as you please. Um... Okay. Yeah, it might be a good idea to have the cobblestone chest at the bottom, and then the weird stone chest just above. Oh, that's not even stone, that's wool. It looked so similar to stone. I didn't even realize it was a different thing. Okay. Um. Okay, so yeah. I just um just forgot what I was talking about. I believe I was talking about how we should sort our stone. Um. Yeah, so that's the weird stone chest, and that's the deep slate chest, I guess. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, and then just above the deep slate chest, we'll have. Is this symmetrical? It is. Okay, just above the deep slate chest, um, we'll have a chest for more sophisticated kinds of stone. Yeah, so everything that underwent some kind of treatment. Not the grey wool. The grey wool will not go there. I really have to put you somewhere else. I'll just throw you into some chest and forget about you. And if I don't, okay. Yeah. Right. Um. So. Yeah, and oh, that's also some kind of fabricated stone. And all the things that are in here, we'll just put into a miscellaneous kind of chest. There are even some valuable things in here. I forgot about you, for example. I know that this is the first wooden pickaxe I ever used in this Let's Play. Or at least I think to know that. But to be quite frank, I don't think I ever constructed another I don't really think I ever constructed another wooden pickaxe after my first one, so I'm pretty sure it is just this chest. Okay, so we'll put the miscellaneous chest somewhere here, maybe. Because I don't really know where to put all these things in my warehouse right now. While I don't really have that many chests in my inventory and in the warehouse right now to use, so we'll just put all of these things somewhere there. And we have to make sure that nothing despawns here. That'd be really bad. I don't really know if there's anything valuable down there, but I really don't want to lose anything right now. We may put all the things related to vegetation into this miscellaneous chest, and weapons, and all the other things. Obsidian. Wood is actually another thing we'll put here. We already constructed a chest concerned with storing wood, so that'll not go there. And we may just keep 2 stacks of torches. Okay. Yeah, put the glass in there and the enchanted book, and I believe we put everything in there that fits there. I'll now just put this one there. Right. Okay. Now we've got some kind of vague order in here, which is good. I like having a vague sense of order in my buildings. I just thought that was a redstone chest. It's not. Would be weird if it were. Okay, yeah, I'm just seeing ghosts at this point. Just, I don't know. And we even got this nether chest. I completely forgot about you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to think about our. Don't leave the door open. I just think of. Ugh, I can't speak anymore. I just started to think about our wood problem again. The thing is, with 1.18 odd distributions, you can't mine for diamond and iron and coal at the same time. Coal is much higher up than the other two. And the thing is, I always like to put torches in my mining caverns. But that eats coal. That eats coal. It's not. It was not a problem in older editions of Minecraft. since you had lots of coal to spare. It was everywhere. But now that coal is much more scarce than it ever was, I don't know. I know that we dug a tunnel in the Nether to a lava thingy to get lava buckets which are much more efficient, and also, I mean, the Nether is full of lava. There's quantities of lava there that are not imaginable to us here in the overworld, you know, and that would be much more sustainable. I mean, sustainability, I talked about that in earlier episodes. Sustainability and keeping the environment safe is a thing that's very important to me, at least in Minecraft. Oh man, how that sounds. Sounds like I don't care about the environment just one bit about in real life. No, that's not what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say is, in order to make automatic furnaces work better, we'll need an automatic furnace. So that may be a thing that I may construct now. But I don't really feel like it right now, to be quite frank. Another thing that we might do, considering we've got quite a sparse situation when it comes to coal, is... No, there are actually two things. The first thing is we can try to get a good enchanting table as fast as possible, as soon as possible. And hopefully get fortune. That will help immensely. Or the other thing is, I mean, you've seen it countless times in my videos. I've got Optifine. I can zoom in. And I mean, that's the only function I really use about Optifine. In Optifine, you say, don't you? Yeah, in Optifine. It might be beneficial to put on more realistic torches. Might be good. It doesn't feel that vanilla. I want to keep it relatively vanilla in here. Stream, do you have any ideas about how to collect lots of coal fast? I bet you don't. I don't really want to go to... Oh, I didn't know you can do that. Yeah, we should stop that. I don't know if there's anyone epileptic in here. Don't keep the inventory button pushed. Then it flickers out and it's not very pretty to look at. And you have epileptic tendencies that might hurt you. Yeah, I don't really want to make a third rendition of going to this mountain and farming coal. I feel like that's super boring to look at. What we're going to do instead, right now, it doesn't fix our problems at all, but I just feel like it. We're going to expand our wheat farm. bit. Not too much. Just a tiny bit. Tiny bit. 'Cause we don't really have that much wheat. We can't smoke it every day, you know? That's not something that seems good. I'm lacking better roads right now. So yeah, that's why we are expanding our wheat field slightly-ish. And also, let's also decrease the size of our sugarcane plantation. We won't need it that dearly. And I'm not going to try underwater coal farming, you know? Believe it was last live stream or something. Long story short, I died underwater trying to farm coal. I'm not going to do that again. So that's one option less that we can pursue. Okay. Yeah, we roughly doubled the size of our wheat plantation now, so might help. I hope it will help. Might be good if we had an entrance here. You know, it's not very handy. Always entering a home via the basement. So that's something we may think about at one point. And another thing that we may think about, not at one point, but now, is actually constructing a second bed for not being at home. You know, I don't always want to be back at home when I'm outside, you know, farming coal. You know the drill. And having a second bed makes you a bit more independent from your main base. I mean, the important thing is to not put your bed in the chest just after you crafted it. But if you manage to not do that, you're pretty safe. Okay. Yeah, we should also construct some kind of path around here. I noticed that I'm using this path quite a lot. I can see that nobody in stream wrote anything, so that's quite okay. Stream, if I don't answer your comments right away, that's because I'm not used to playing on stream, so I don't really know how to look at two screens at once. Yeah, so please judge me very lightly. Okay, so what do we have here? We do have a bit of coal over there, and we have a cave. So I guess let's jump over there. Okay. Hope there's some more coal here. There is actually. This doesn't seem... Ah, I knew it. I knew it. I felt that there was more water behind this wall. I just told you that I wouldn't be doing underwater coal farm. I just changed my mind. I'm now going to do underwater coal farming. But this one is different, guys. This one is more safe. Farming coal here, I don't feel uneasy, unsafe at all. We are on normal. Okay, I just want that there are no mobs in this cave. I feel good doing this. I feel very safe. You know, I can't repeat this enough. And you know, I have the spirit. I will not die from water again. I will survive. I won't die. I feel very safe right now. I should stop saying that. I mean, the more I say it, the more unsafe I feel. Is that the surface? It is. Where are we here? I wonder. What is this place? I see. Okay. I'm just going to set a pillar of wood here so that I remember this place. I somehow like it a lot. Oh man, looking at here, there's so many unutilized coal veins. And we are to utilize at some point. Okay, so how do we get to the other side without dying? Without dying is the main priority to me right now. You know, the mentioned event that shall not be mentioned again at this point caused me to go down from level 30 to like level 2 or something. And I didn't like that at all. And yeah, I don't want to die again. Dying is bad, children. Remember, dying is bad. Don't die. Dying has caused multiple people to die in history. So don't do what they do, what they did. Don't die. Okay, children. That's all I'm going to teach you. After that, you're basically done with the education. School can't teach you anything more useful than that. That's basically the most fundamental thing anyone has to learn. Don't die. And don't be as full of copper also, I guess. Why is there so much copper here? Oh, I feel very uneasy. Okay. Yeah, there's some very good copper veins right there, so let's go there. We just have to find a quick path leading down here. Was just somehow reminded by my own sentence of the old early 2000s TV series Star Trek Enterprise. And its intro tune, which was quite quite fuck, man. Why doesn't shift respawn? Okay. Which was quite controversial back then, because it was very different from these orchestral kinds of intros that had been the norm in Star Trek before. I should really get a new keyboard, man. It doesn't respawn how I wanted to respawn. Okay. So yeah, it was quite controversial. I liked it though. I was just a kid, and I didn't really know there was a Star Trek series. There was Star Trek shows, so that wasn't that big of a problem to me. Yeah, my own words somehow remind me of that intro. That's it. It's just that simple. That's plain simple. Just too dumb to express myself more more eloquently. Okay. So how do we get up again? Okay, so that's the path. Is there a way to get into this cave? Though I can't really see any coal reserves there. What I might do instead is... Do we have music on? We have, okay. What we might do instead is trying to access the cave back there. Oh, and there's some coal here. You know what? What I'm very grateful for though is how practice actually makes you better at stuff. The sad thing just often is that the progress is so small that you don't notice it. Like, if you were just better after 1 hour of training, like 200% better or something, you'd of course notice that. But oh my god, that's deep. Okay, but in reality, training. Oh, thank you. Training often gets you very, very slow rewards. That you will notice, but only if you record yourself doing it before having experienced these improvements to your ability. And that is quite sad, I think. Yeah, in my opinion, it really is quite sad that human brains work like that. It might have to do with the greedy nature of humanity. And I don't even really mean this in a negative sense. People always, people always talk about, oh man, humanity is way too greedy. Why can't humanity be more peaceful and more harmonious to nature and so on? To which I respond, yeah, sure. It might actually be a good thing to be more harmonious to nature and so on, and Earth. But also, if humanity was not that greedy, I believe we would still be sitting in caves and eat berries that we collected in the forest. Because I believe the desire to improve your own standards of living, the desire to get more, to get better things, that's the force that's driving humanity. And I know that can and maybe even should be considered a bad thing. In it of itself, at least. But I think you should look at it more in a more nuanced way. You know, that's something that I often like to talk about. Is that I don't think strong and simple opinions often, in my opinion, don't really hold up to reality that well. They might portray one aspect pretty good, and in a way that people are going to follow it, you know. When you have a lot of drama behind your cause, it's often a way more engaging for people to. How did this horse get here? Okay. No, how did you get here, man? Okay. Yeah. More nuanced opinions are not as engaging. They don't create as much emotions around them. But after all, I believe that they are probably better suited for actually portraying reality as it is. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You know, that's a bad thing. But I always see people cling to these extreme opinions. You know, even educated people. They always say like, "Oh man, if I were in power, I would do this and I would do that." And, you know, I would just create chaos, man. And Askov, they don't often say it that way. Maybe if you're listening to Trump supporters or something, but most people don't say it that way. But if you look at both sides, there are only very rare cases where one side has absolutely no point behind it. There almost always is a case to be had for both sides, and I am convinced that it's very rare that one side really just ate shit, you know, just thinks shit. I don't think that happens too often. I don't really want iron. Look into this cave anymore. And that's the cave where we started, basically. There might be some coal over here. And I believe, you know, that's my undifferentiated opinion on the topic now. I don't think that people should not be individualistic or willing to get more things, i.e. greedy. I don't think that people shouldn't be greedy. As a whole, I believe it did a lot of good things for humanity to be greedy. Now what I think, humans should be greedy, but should look at everything in a more nuanced way. Everything. I believe that there should be. I was about to say no taboos. I mean, there might be some taboos I don't really know right now, so I'm not going to lean too far out right now. But there shouldn't be that many taboos. And This is going to crash down, isn't it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Accepted. And approved. By Biggest Chocolate. Okay, so, yeah, you should look at everything in a nuanced way. You should never never ignore the relevant points that your opposing side of thought has. But I believe that's not human. People just do that. I also do that. People are just... You know, in German there's this saying, never throw rocks when you're sitting in a glass house. In a house made of glass. I believe I just threw rocks while sitting in a house made from glass. I believe I just did that. I mean, I'm sure I don't look at some opposing points the opposing side has. That might be very valid and very good and very reasonable if you think about it the right way. That's also a problem we as humanity have currently. You know, we often fail to look at why does my opposing side think that. I mean, even without trying to somewhat find out what they think and if it might be valid, sometimes you just gotta realize why people think that. I'm very scared of the skeleton there. Attack! Forward Tenno! At least no creepers. So for example, no, I don't really have a good example right now. But I've seen various situations where people just... Oh, I have an example. Where people throw shit at each other. And you know, the problem is they don't really they are not really able to have a good discussion because both sides don't understand what the other side believes in. You know, I've got an example. You always see creationists. You know, that's the people who think that the world was created just as the Bible says. You always have creationists on YouTube fighting with atheists or moderate Christians, you know, and without wanting, I mean, I don't believe in creationism, you know, but without throwing my rock in my glass house, you know, in my house made of glass, how I just introduced this saying from German, without wanting to do that, I'll of course not have an own opinion on that, but you know, these creationists always say, hey, your atheist view is bollocks, because the Bible says blah blah blah. And um you know, the atheist is always going to say, oh man, how can you believe in the Bible? I mean, it wasn't, there's no good reason to believe that this is not just a religious fan fiction, you know, written a few thousand years ago by people who didn't even really communicate that well with each other, and left some glaring incontinuities, let's put it that way, in this religious text. Um, but the thing is, the atheists don't realize that to the theists, God is a valid point of argumentation, of reasoning, while the theists don't realize that the Bible is not for atheists. You know, because it's just so set in stone and their own imaginations that, I mean, it's also maybe a problem nowadays, especially with, you know, filter bubbles. Social media sites often have you encounter opinions that match your own, because statistically that increases user uh, the user experience. But of course that leads to more and more extreme positions developing, and at the end, the theists don't realize that there are people out there that don't recognize the Bible, whereas atheists just cannot understand how people believe in God, you know, and in the Bible. And they just don't talk to each other's faces. They just talk to nobody, you know, that they just can't find a useful basis on which to have a discussion. And to me this always is sad. But I believe that kind of thing, although probably mostly in much much less extreme extensions, this problem extends to us all. I believe everybody has some kind of discussion, sometimes with a friend, with a relative, with an acquaintance, where they just can't seem to find together. They just can't agree on anything, basically. Or they're just so stubborn in their discussion. Do you remember this cave? But in the end, it somehow just turns out that, oh, it seems like we thought the same thing altogether. But we just failed to put it in words that the other person was even able to understand, you know? And yeah, that's really sad when that happens. You know, and that's why we need tolerance, you know? Sometimes you just, even if you don't understand what another person says, chances are there's something right about what the other person just said, you know? And something good and something right about it. And before making any way to fast judgments on the other person, I believe you should just be a good person and try to first understand where they're coming from. What are they trying to tell you? What do you think, and why do you think that? Was it told to you in your childhood by, for example, your parents? Did you develop this view somehow? And by what means? By what way? Might there actually be some reasonable points in the position of your quote-unquote opposing side, you know? And after having thought about these questions, you might actually not be able to understand what they just told you in the future. I mean, it might not change anything. That's what I want to say. But it's just a better framework, you know? You're not going to be as toxic to people. And the cool thing is, if you're not as toxic to other people about their, from your point of view, weird opinions, people might be still as toxic to you. I'm not even going to lie about that. But on the same question, the discussion as a whole might be much more peaceful, much more valuable, much more productive, and much more pleasant. Yeah. So that's it basically. That's what I was trying to say. It was quite a long chat with myself I had here. Yeah, I don't really know how to end this properly. I guess I'll just somehow end what I just said by getting all the items out of my inventory and yeah, I didn't even need shears. I just forgot to put them out of my inventory again. And I also didn't need VO. You know, when you're done with your adventure, you always realize what kind of shit you just took with you without even needing it remotely. So okay, guys. This will probably be called episode number 10 after this live stream. We just farm a bit more wheat. No, one thing we'll do before this episode ends. At 23 o'clock or 11 p.m. as they say. At least where I live in Germany. There's one more thing we'll do though. We'll just quickly construct a path around my base. So that we can walk around here more easily. Okay. So, thanks for having watched this live stream / probably the 10th episode of this Let's Play. I hope you enjoyed me talking about my views on extreme opinions and my bit English. If you're not a native English speaker, I wouldn't recommend you watching this stream or this Let's Play, really. I mean, you can still do, but we'll just all kind of make each other's English even worse than it already is. So if you want to learn English, don't watch this, please. And